This is Johnson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On second down, Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
The Lions gave up 177 rushing yards to Seattle in their playoff loss last year. And DeAndre Levy, their best inside linebacker, no longer with the team. That made Jared Davis out of Florida a really good selection for the Lions.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a second and goal. And Palmer gives to Johnson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0.
Well, I say this with a big smile on my face since I'm a little bit on the veteran side. The second oldest kicker in the NFL. He just moved from San Francisco to Arizona and still knocking them through the post.
Yeah, Phil Dawson, 42, behind Adam Vinatieri, still kicking at age 44. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Well, let's discuss Detroit as they take the field on offense. Last year, crazy season in the Motor City. Fourth quarter comebacks, 8 of them. They started 1-3, then won 8 of 9 before going 0-4 to finish the year at 9-7. Ultimately, another season without a playoff victory.
In the midst of that 8 of 9 win string, they had 3 straight home games that all came down to the final series, and they won them all. I thought that was the key to their season. Look, we know they can score on offense. Matthew Stafford and his receivers, they can just absolutely light it up. But Detroit invested on defense in the draft. 3 of their first 4 picks, all defensive players. 2 linebackers and a secondary player. I think the key guy out of that might be Teez Tabor, the cornerback they took out of Florida. They've got to slow down some of those high flyers in the NFC North.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dayon Buchanan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Throwing is Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Stafford on first down. Caught right side, Tate. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. If you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
It's got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams who are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Cardinals going up against the Lions.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels And the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now Palmer on first down. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And Carson Palmer's going to turn 38 in December. Actually contemplated not coming back in 2017. I wonder how disappointing he was in the 2016 season.
Well, do you think that that's a reason that he's back?
I think that maybe he feels like there's one more good run in this Arizona Cardinals team, and he wants to be the QB for it.
On second down, here's Palmer. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. Has had it ever since he entered campus there and still has it today.
And this one is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. That'll bring up second down.
After the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle of the block as the defense just did there?
Sure. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Johnson, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Ezekiel Ziggy Ansah with a tackle for loss. Just think he's still learning the game of football. Didn't play a heck of a lot of it in his native country. And at BYU was just scratching the surface before he hit the NFL.
Yeah, from Ghana, where he really liked soccer and basketball, but football's okay for him, right?
Yeah, I think it's worked out very well. Drafted on potential. He's realizing it here.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down, Stafford here. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down. A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. On second down, here's Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On first down, Abdullah trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
To throw on second down is Stafford. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down. We're still in search of the first down after that last completion. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here. Back to throw. Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. So that'll back him up 5. In his 5th year from Appalachian State, it's Sam Martin on to punt. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Charles, as the Cardinals come out, let's take a look back to last year. They came in with Super Bowl aspirations. They had won 10 or more games 3 straight years. They wound up finishing with the number 9 overall offense, the number 2 overall defense, but they did not make the playoffs.
That just tells you that sometimes statistics don't tell the total tale, right? Let's take the defense. Number 2 overall in total defense, but they gave up 30 or more points 6 times in 2016. I believe they'd only done that 5 times in the previous 2 seasons. So when you give up that kind of point total, it makes it really hard for your offense to keep pace. So what did they do? They spent some time in the draft. Hassan Reddick, a linebacker out of Temple, was their first-round draft pick.
And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. Here's Palmer to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On first down, it's Palmer. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jaron Brown, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there at 22.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Palmer will throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jermaine Gresham from 13 yards out. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week one. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
This Cardinals pass rush in 2016 got home 48 times. That's a pretty good number.
A very good number. Led the league. Is it just because the dudes that they had, or the scheme, or both, or what?
It's always the dudes first, but their scheme, attacking, pressure, they'll continue to pile up the sacks.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Here's Stafford, and that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. With it is Brown. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
A'Shawn Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama. A big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he's going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down. On third down, Johnson. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
I'll bet you they ran out there for that play. The head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you could just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, a spark, a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator who works on this ad nauseum, I'm talking about morning, noon, and night, he's trying to figure out, okay, where's my best opportunity? Which one do I have? And he pulled the right one and got his team going and hopefully back into the game. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So after the interception, here's Palmer. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Palmer. He'll buy some time right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Palmer now. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Again, it's Palmer. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Palmer gives to Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. On second down, Palmer. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Palmer. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
Here's Johnson, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald from 10 yards out. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Eric Ebron, 75 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The throw is Palmer. And Nelson's got it here right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. Looking deep downfield. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Stafford now to throw. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. They go to Johnson again. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's got room. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be fourth down now. Here's Andy Lee now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They start the drive with Abdullah. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Throwing is Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And there's Golden Tate doing exactly what he does well. Extra yards after the catch.
Exactly. To your point, among wide receivers, no one had more yards after the catch than Tate last year of 635. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now Stafford. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tyvon Branch. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
zone. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. Jones on the return. And an alley to run. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Stafford on first down. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Back now at Ford Field. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
The Lions on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On first down, Stafford here. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. Stafford throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to T.J. Jones that time. And now it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Second and 10, Stafford again. He's going to let one fly for Tate. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It'll be a gain of 11. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Complete to Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. From the red zone now, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Brandon Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And now Bruce Arians, with the play clock running low, is going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Johnson running right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? Now Palmer to throw, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Here's Andy Lee now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. Fights loose. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Lions will take over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They go with Abdullah again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I know it's a cliche, and coaches always talk about it's a team game. We need all 11 to win. But let's face it, Detroit really needs Amir Abdullah to have runs like that all season long.
Missed a lot of time with injuries, especially recently. Now, Theo Riddick wound up leading the Lions in rushing last year, but just 357 yards. Gives to Abdullah. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.